So we're going to cover understanding the importance of really getting your mind in alignment with losing the weight. Okay, that's where it all starts. And there's like what sometimes I call it like advanced life coaching techniques, or advanced kind of like peak performance techniques that I use with people to help people wrap their mind around losing the weight, because that's where it starts. And I'm not just talking about positive thinking, that we just need to be positive to lose the weight. I mean, that's so general and that goes nowhere. There's more to it than that. There's like a science, like a technology of understanding how to make losing weight a more inspiring process, a more compelling process, because you don't want to operate on willpower. You don't want to make it willpower based, because that does not go far. Okay, it's much more powerful to make it in your mind to where you essentially kind of like repattern your thoughts and your mind around making losing weight exciting, and you associate a lot of pleasure to it. Okay, so it needs to start there, and there's techniques that can be used, for example, that I use to help a person clear out those blocks quickly too. We're not talking about a long drawn out kind of like psychoanalysis of clearing out your blocks. That every now and then such a thing does exist, but even that can be handled quite swiftly and quickly. Okay, what I'm talking about is just something where you just address, bring awareness to what your blocks are around losing the weight, clearing them out. One technique I use is EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, and that involves tapping on meridian points, which is something that I'm certified in, and that helps a lot to like reprogram the mind, to recode your association with food and with exercise, and to turn it into more of a inspired, compelling process. And one quick tip that I'll leave you guys with is you need to find your compelling whys. Why do you want to lose the weight? What positive benefits are you going to get from losing the weight? And just create an emotional connection to that. If it's looking great in a bikini, that's cool. Don't let anybody tell you that that's a superficial reason to want to lose weight. Okay, that's a very valid reason to want to lose weight. Whatever the case may be, to be able to buy better clothes, to have more self-confidence, to approach more women, whatever the case may be, whatever it is for you, that's fine. There's nothing, no shame in those kinds of reasons to be inspired, because the idea that you're going to be inspired to lower your cholesterol, especially if you don't have cholesterol problems, and to do it, to be a healthy person, for most people that doesn't excite them. So find your compelling reasons why, and create like visions and visualizations, and emotionally connect with them. Take yourself there. See what you would see, feel what you would feel, hear what you would hear in those scenarios, and those ideal scenarios of you at your ideal weight. And just find that and choose a goal. Okay, it's very important too that you're clear on the weight you want to be. Don't just make it about what is or what was. Like, I'm tired of being fat. I hate the way I look in the mirror. Choose an ideal weight, and at first it probably makes sense to find a weight that is believable for you. Okay, and know that you can change it after time, and make it a lower weight, a lesser weight. But in the beginning, if you've been struggling, for a lot of people, you may have to kind of compromise a little bit on the number. But when you get the momentum going, then you can make it a lesser weight and choose that weight. And essentially you want to become sort of obsessed with the idea of you living at that weight, and you being fused to your compelling reasons why. And when you do that, and when you connect with it, and you keep thinking about those things, even creating statements that you repeat, visualizing them, making them sink deeper into your subconscious mind, something comes alive, and then you start to move forward with it, and it makes the eating, the new eating habits easier to follow, because again, you've sort of like reprogrammed yourself to succeed, and you break out of the willpower thing. Okay, because there's a saying that they say, which is when the imagination and willpower are in conflict, okay, the imagination always wins. So what that means is that if you are trying to use willpower, trying to just force it, I'm just going to use willpower, and in your imagination you see working out as something that sucks, you visualize going to the gym and it being dreadful, and you visualize foods, fatty foods with a lot of calories, and visualize yourself constantly like eating fried chicken and bacon and how savory that's going to be, and your mind keeps going there all the time, okay, you are not, all that's going to sabotage your efforts. It's going to destroy your efforts because that will overpower your willpower. See what I'm saying? Imagination is infinitely more powerful than willpower. That's like what I call like more high technology motivation versus willpower, which is very low tech and it doesn't work. So you need to take control of your imagination, get that in order, and that will move you forward. Okay? So I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching.